Hello, hello. Ricky, thank you very much for the tier 1, dude. Elden Ring DLC today? Yeah, I'm gonna download mine. Well, I paused it for now, but is it... So I didn't really look. Is it tonight or is it tomorrow that I can play the game? I thought it was... For some reason, I thought it was tomorrow.
Yo,
Is it
Mr.
on
Toes,
PC?
how have you been?
I don't know if I'll play tonight. I don't think I'll have the mental energy to play. Also, Zach, thank you so much for a tier 2 for 16 months. I really appreciate the love, guys. You guys are the reason why I'm still streaming all this time. I appreciate it. It's gonna be quiet with everyone playing. Hey, you know what? Let them play. Let them play some good old Elden Ring, bro. I'm gonna leave to finish work now and then play DLC. See y'all. Take care, Fried. Enjoy the game, dude. Dang, when'd you build this on it? I built one of the configurations we're gonna be doing on Monday. Very much enjoying it. If you guys want a little peep at the sound here.
Time flies when you're building keeps.
KD, thank you so much for the tier 3. Damn. Bro, yeah, dude, time does fly. Honestly, I was like, how is it June, dude? And then I looked at the day of June. I'm like, how is it June 20th?
Opinions on the monstrosity of Alexotos being put on last night?
Was that last night? Was that last night? Or was it 2 nights ago? Honestly, Don, when Manoli was editing that video, dude, I was like, I forgot to tell him, I'm like, I really hope he doesn't add the Greg thing. And then he did. Oh, check Discord? Oh, are you guys talking about the other thing? Oh, dude, that's even worse, bro. That thing's even worse. Oh, dude, anything you don't like about it? I think now I've actually been swapping back and forth from top to gasket. I think it might just be the switch choices, plus maybe the plate. The top mount, if you do the top mount without the gaskets, or actually, it's more specific. I feel like the top mount with the copper top, or copper bottom, is actually just really loud on the Sonnet. So believe it or not, if you guys are going with the top mount and that's the thing you want to go, like we tried on stream as well. I tried this again. I actually much prefer it with the polycarbonate bottom in any form of weight you want to use. They all sounded great. So believe it or not, in this case, the more expensive option isn't the best for the top mount sound signature. I don't know why the copper is causing so much sound reflection, but it kind of is. But I love both of them in the lattice system, but I will admit, I think I do, now that I've had it for a few days and been trying it for a few days, I do much prefer the polycarbonate bottom over the copper bottom in terms of just variety of sound signatures you can get. So overall, lovely board though. I think though, better or worse than the V1? Side grade. I've been saying this since like day one, even before I looked at the board, like even before I actually built it. It's very side grade. I would not consider this to be like, oh, my hair is so weird. I would not consider this to be like a big upgrade or anything like that. It's very much like side grade. Like you're stepping one over to the side. I really don't think it's like a 2.0. Exactly what Plady just said. It's a V1.5, dude. So I don't want to persuade you guys to not buy a keyboard you guys want. But if you want save money, get the first one. But if you do want the lattice systems, then just get the new one, right? Overall, it's still a sharp-looking keyboard. This is modes, with the exception of maybe the Encore. I think the Encore is very special as well, but this is mode's prettiest keyboard. I've said this since day one as well. Is buy bolt to test at home? Oh my god, you could do that too, I guess. Remember, guys, spend responsibly in this hobby. It's not worth going absolutely wild buying stuff, dude. I really love the look of the Sonnet, but I wish the front height was lower. I think this is what the most tippity top I'd be willing to do. My wrists are just, I'd say, about half a centimeter up floating, which is pretty normal anyways. Like I think it's rare that I'm like this because I have to move my hands around. So to me, this is on the tippity top of what's comfortable. Any higher, for example, like Zoom or like some of the other boards we've been doing, they're a little bit too high. The front height, I can't remember what it is exactly. I think it's 20 mil. But here, where's my measuring tape? Do I even have my measuring tape with me? I might not. Oh, I do. It's right here. I was going to say, I literally used it this morning. I think it's not actually 19. I think it's 20. Because I think... Let's double check. Let's look. My cable. You guys see the cable? It's slipping away here. Stupid ass cable. Let's see. Oh, no, it is 19. Yeah, I mean, I think, again, tippity top. 19 to 20 is something that I feel is my tippity top. My usual preference is about 18 mil. That is my usual preference. But I will very much, I will say this very, 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 what's it called? It's very much preference based. You're not going to please everyone with the front height. Some people might actually prefer it to be a little taller or a little lower. So, depends.
Thanks for all you do in this hobby, Alex.
Thank you, dude.
Your content is always on point, Alexot hype.
I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I really do. I'm super glad. Also, going back, thank you so much, Burnsies, Dawn, KD, Zach. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Ricky, thank you guys all so much for the subs. I really appreciate it.
Wow, 4 months, wow. Kissing face, kissing face. Time to go hog wild on the mode website, lol, just kidding.
No, guys, spend responsibly. Always. By the way, I made a new Mode 65 video. I posted it in your self-promo video. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out, Zen. Alex, what's more higher in my respect for you? Wait, what? What's more higher is my respect for you and... Oh, you're talking about the front height. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Zany. Hydrate. I got some water. Feed. Thank you so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you, man. I seriously. So what's new, guys? How's everyone doing? I will say I tried to. I watched the recap on episode 4 of Acolyte. Apparently, it's not much better than episode 3 was. So I didn't even. And by watch the highlights of it, I watched 4 minutes of a review of someone else reviewing the show, and I said enough of this, and I turned off the review. It's really hot outside, dude. It's so bad. I don't want to go outside anymore. Like, this week is terrible. And then I ended up lubing like 500 switches over the last 2 days. Let me tell you guys, I am pretty tired of lubing switches. I think actually it was more like 650 platey, but I've been glued to this desk lubing switches. Let me tell you guys a little story what happened. I had a client who wanted to do switches. They told me the switches they wanted to do. I lubed them all. And then they had requested that... I think it was okay, I will say this is also my fault. I lubed their switches. I didn't see they had sent a second request in the morning to ask me to not lube those switches and to lube a different batch they sent over. So I ended up lubing both their batches. They still paid for everything. Like, they were apologetic, and I was like, you don't have to. It's my own fault for not checking the email, but they were very kind. But yeah, dude, I just there's a lot of switches, man. There's a lot. You start this tunnel vision? No, you know what happens when you start to get like to a point where you're just hunched over? First of all, you're doing this a lot. You're just basically in a position like this because your back's killing you. Then what happens is your eyes start to go crisscross and you're just like, what is going on right now? Like, you start to hallucinate. I'm pretty positive that's what that is. Yeah.
Whenever I'm at work and
So
I'm
bad.
typing on my Envoy, I make bad financial decisions. Yeah, I got 108 Nixies, GMK Bushido off NK, and Desky Switch Films.
Hey, those are
all
good
in the
combos,
span
though.
of 20 minutes 0_0.
That's not bad combos, though. I mean, yeah, Don, we all got to be a little more careful with how we spend sometimes, I swear. What linear switch would you recommend for someone who does not want to lube them? Primarily HMX switches. If you can find any, I don't know if people still make the, God, what was that other brand? Well, actually, you know what? Screw the whole brand. I would actually recommend Moon switches. Those are really good too. Pretty decent pre-lubed ones. Some people, Athleon, that's the one. Thank you, Meme God. I really appreciate that. Smoothies are something people have recommended. I haven't yet to try them though. So Don't take my word on smoothies because I have absolutely no idea if they're good or not. But everyone's been recommending them. Also, something else to recommend is Apiary keyboards. Thank you, Apiary. I appreciate the raid. Marcia has been I would say a pillar of the hobby for such a long time. You guys would love to watch her. She's very knowledgeable, hella entertaining. She's just a great person. You guys should definitely check out Marcia too. Crazy smooth plug. Appreciate it, dude. Smoothies are great. They have like a squishy texture when you type. Maybe I should try them soon. Apiary is another cool keyboard nerd. Are we nerds or geeks? What's the difference? LTT level segue there. Yeah, dude. If I wasn't good at doing that, we'd be kind of screwed. Speaking of screwed, check out the LTT screwdriver. I'm joking, by the way. Don't do that because I don't really know if it's good or not. On a mode 65, I brought cream sodas and FR4. What are you recommending? What mounting? I'd still recommend the gasket, or I guess the lattice. According to Geekhack, we're geeks. It's pretty good, the screwdriver? Oh, would have never guessed, actually. Yeah, Tony, I would say the lattice
invest
system.
in this, or invest in that, but my best investment was time in your stream, sus daddy.
Thanks, Lazy. I appreciate the tier 1, man, for 37 months, bro. That's crazy, dude. Thank you, man. I hope you've been having a good one. Damn, that was smooth. Dude, that was smooth. Would invest in Alex Stonks. Thanks, Marcy. I appreciate that. How hungry are you today? Oh, way too lucky. Look. Things take time. It came in. I'm actually... Dude, Okay. You guys can say whatever you're going to say about this. I haven't really had breakfast in a long time because I just forget to have it and I just wait till lunch. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me none. Today was the first time I had breakfast in a long time.
This morning was not a fever dream, Fiffle, all the tears were real.
It was pretty funny. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate the 100 bits. So I had breakfast for the first time in a while, and yeah, dude, I have to say, it set the tone for me for the rest of the day, dude. Like, I was not hungry all day long after I had breakfast. Just was not hungry.
Hashtag justice for Gregory Bible thumb.
How do you time out Scooped Bar? Let's see. How do we time him out? How do we get rid of that message there? No justice, dude. Breakfast is goated. His name is Carl Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate the 100 bits. I like this narrative. We're being silenced. Breakfast is better than all. Really? You're a breakfast person? Toxic Alex has been summoned? Dude, you know what's weird? Ever since I basically said that I don't really want to use Greg anymore, and like this time I'm being serious about it, all the Greg fans have come out of the woodworks, dude. All right? People that never have even chatted to me ever once before, they're just like, fuck you for not wanting to do Greg, dude. And I'm just like, whoa, leave me alone. But dude, Greg is a real call. No, for real, it actually does. Jeff's like 100% one of the leaders, bro. I'm telling you. Alex unknowingly caused a Greg civil war. Do you guys stand with Jeff? With Scooped? I love their tasty tears. You know, I will say this, and with the risk of eating my own words down the road here, I think what really I don't like doing is having to dress up Greg in his face costume there, because I don't actually have the set for Greg. I don't mind as a joke using the base kit for it. I guess the all yellow set for it, but yeah, dude, I hate disassembling like 3 keyboards just to get the face working. OG Greg is funny in moderation. We still talking about Greg? I know, Wingy. I'm through with it, bro. But I hope you guys had a good time today. Hope everyone else had a great day. So I'm hearing is that we need to buy you the set. Oh my god. The stickers I sent are just perfect for this. Yeah, I have them in the front. I was actually playing around with them. I was gonna put them on something. I was actually gonna dress up my my iFixit case. I need to dust it. I don't know why it's so dusty. I want to dress this up with stickers again. My old one before I somehow lost like 90% of what was inside. Had stickers everywhere and it was really cool. On a side note, are you getting GMK Grey Guy? How do we time out lame? No. I'm not going to get like... Are you talking about, am I going to make a Greg out of the High-Vis set? Or are you talking about just High-Vis? High-Vis is a cool set. I'm going to be honest though, I don't know if I have a good board for High-Vis. At this current time, I'm not too sure. But I can feel like it would work on a whole bunch of different things, like silver especially. How about you put new stuff in the old case? I don't know where I put the old case, Icy. How are you doing, by the way, Icy? Your voice and presence captivated me to the point where I forgot I had some coffee steeping in a clever drip. Wait, in the past... Dude, I've done that a few times. Oh, it's so bad. I screw up. Don't look in general. Interesting, I will say. Is the music too loud, by the way, guys? I feel like... Hold on, let me turn it down on my end here. I am not sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Ban them. We'll leave it. Fuck it. Alright. We're going to be doing... It's a little loud. Let me turn it down. Alex, big fan. What's up, Judo? How you doing? Let me turn it down a smidge. We're going to be looking at... Wait, let me turn this down just a bit here. The Noland N1. This has been something I have been waiting to cover. You didn't even read the mods in that board? Wait, does it say something on the mods? Hold on. Wait, does this say something? Oh, Daddy Alex. So sorry, Daddy Alex. Is that an actual... Wait, is that real? Or is that photoshopped? There's no way that's real, dude. It's real? It is? Ain't no way. Dude, I thought it was... Okay, the first time someone showed me that, it was... I thought it was photoshopped. Wait, where'd you get those done? That's kind of cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Now you gotta ban them? Custom die set sub? Oh, interesting. Hey, you know what? Let Don live the joke. You know what I'm saying? It's his board. He can do whatever he wants. All right, really quick. We're gonna be doing the Noland N1. Now, this is from a design group, I guess, called Noir. Not to be confused with GMK Noir. A little different there. This is something I've been itching to do. I've been itching to do this one for a while. We had to wait a little bit just because we had a little bit of a hang up on a part. But dude, this board's kind of neat. It's something I feel like a lot of people will probably end up really liking. But I want to preface this entire stream today with one thing, okay? This keyboard is clearly not for everyone. This keyboard is giant, first of all. This keyboard is also, the front height on it's kind of tall, so you probably will need a wrist rest. Before I even open it, I want to tell you guys this. Price-wise, it's actually not bad for what you're getting. But again, I want to, before someone, like, I don't know, runs to the comment section for the potential video for this and tells me, like, this keyboard is not used. I think this is more, first and foremost, a cool project that can be looked at as more of an art project of anything. With some cool tech in it. I love what they're doing with it personally. Now we'll see if it's going to be good or not in that sense. But, dude, I just think it's going to be a cool board. Yeah, I think this is an art piece that goes on your desk. It's still functional. It's a functional art piece, if anything. But again, I don't know if this is going to be something that... Hell, maybe it will be. Who knows? I just don't know if this is going to be for everyone. Now, it's going to start at $549, which, dude, when you guys see this, you guys are going to be like, how did they even get the price to $550? And then the Polar Ice Edition, that's the expensive one, is going to be like $1,239. It's pretty crazy. And then if you want all their extra stuff with it, you're looking at like the keycap set, the switches, the wrist rest. It's like $70 for the keycaps. The switches are 72, wrist rest is 125, the special cable 65, and then looks like an additional PCB is another 110, but you get a plate. Kind of expensive for a PCB as well. With that being said, we're going to take a look. We're just going to take a look at it, and then I'll read what they have on the website. I tried to memorize a whole bunch of it, but it's a lot of text.
Hope everybody is having a good day. Wow. If this board is up, then we should use Gregory. Wow.
Greg? That's crazy. Thank you, Asian dude. I appreciate it, dude. Oh, man. 110 for the PCB. Yeah, I want to look at the PCB before I jump to conclusions, though. Like, I don't want to jump to conclusions and be like, this is a terrible price, because if there's something about the PCB that makes it 110 bucks, I don't want to, like, eat my words, but let's take a look. We've already unboxed this, by the way. So before anyone feels a little bad for missing the first unboxing, you didn't really miss all that much. Okay. It's a big box here. I have kind of had to open it a little bit because I already took it out, but so nice.
A_Saker gifted 3 months of tier 1 to Marshmallows.
Thank you, sir.
They've
I
gifted
appreciate that, dude.
114 months in the channel.
Dude, 3 months. That's crazy. How you doing, man? All right. This is not a PCB. This is not Topper, by the way. I don't even know a good way to get this out of the box. Okay, this is the board. This is the... this is what I meant, dude. I don't think this is for everyone. Does it come with launch codes? It's so cool, though. So there's a lot of interesting things going on here, dude. It's really heavy. We can probably take a look at that afterwards. These are not... This is not a PCB. This is not anything. These are what they're like dubbing to be like sound domes. It also has magnets. It has a suspension system, as you guys can see over here. I mean, you can even see it from the side profile. Like, that suspension system's just actively doing stuff here as well. So, pretty... Is that thunder? God damn, that was... Fucking magnets, how do they work? Oh my gosh. So here's the side profile. I mean, it's a sharp-looking keyboard. This is how tall this thing is. So you can see that this is pretty fucking tall. That sentence made no sense, but I'm trying to find my... I don't know the exact front height for this. But if I can make it... We'll measure to the lip over here. If we measure from the lip... I would say this is probably a good 30-something millimeters tall. It's pretty tall.
This keyboard is more of an engineering exercise than an actual aesthetic piece, and I love it already.
Yeah, it's so cool. And then we got little suspension system. The back is interesting too. I don't even know how I'm flipping this over, but we're doing it. And this is how the back looks. So it has a lot of just really interesting pieces. It says Noir there, the brand name. I'm not sure if this is pieces installed upside down, but it's really cool. Like, it's genuinely... I bet this thing's 1,000. No, it's actually 500 and... What was it? 560 bucks? Now, do you guys see what I mean by how on earth did they get this price that low? Do you guys see what I mean when I said that? Because when I look at this, I'm seeing like an $1,000 project. It's just crazy to me how... I'm not saying 550 bucks or whatever it is cheap. I'm just genuinely shocked that this is at 550 bucks. Why is the other one 1,000? It's special finishes. You're paying more for the finishes of that one there. Needs more pieces. Yeah, pretty interesting. Dude, I was going through the documentation on how just to disassemble the damn thing, and we'll go through that together. I have to double check on even how to disassemble it too. But let's read some of what they have here. So basically, it's using something called a Lucas suspension system. Completely new structural form consists of 6 sets of suspensions and 2 magnets. When viewed from the top, its structural characteristics closely resemble a spider. I'm guessing these are supposed to be the legs. Hence, or I guess, much like the animated character Lucas the Spider created by illustrator Joshua Slice. Hence its name, the Lucas Suspension Spider. I don't know who that is. George Lucas? I don't know. I don't think it's George Lucas. The structure responsible for providing soft balance is separated from the inner structure and placed on the outer side. Magnetic suspension is used as the primary method of elastic feedback, utilizing a total of 6 elastic arms, 3 on each side, set at different angles, stabilizing the magnetic field's effective range. It's very interesting, all the stuff they got going on in here, dude. It's crazy. They are saying, there's a lot here to read. If you guys want to read it, I'd suggest just reading it on ClickClack's website. They are saying one thing, I read this earlier, that I was a little bit going, okay, maybe this is just a way to cover up if it sounds bad. Because I haven't watched any other content on this, by the way. They said typing on the Noland N1 feels like typing on a suspended platform. Fair, not very descriptive, I guess, in the keyboard world, but even forceful key presses do not generate a strong impact. Totally fair considering how much suspension this has got going on. On this soft suspension platform, the sound remains clear without being muffled. And I'm guessing this is where these sound domes come in, is they're saying this is going to have a crisp and loud sound signature. So we'll see, I guess. And this is the space colorway. There's only 2 colorways, so we'll see. We'll see how this sounds. It's very, very interesting. Now, this is going to utilize a 1.2 mil PCB, which I thought was a little bit funny because I really would have thought they would have went with the more standard 1.6, considering that the keyboard itself is going to be flexy everywhere, and like you're not going to rely on keyboard PCB flex. It's a preference thing. I totally get it. I get that, but I would have loved to see a 1.6 alternative for people. So if you guys are not 1.2 mil PCB fans, this might be a write-off. But let's take a look at some of the other stuff here. We have our plate and some foam. So again, interesting combination here is, I don't know if I necessarily agree with it. I'm in the camp of I don't really despise or feel any sort of ways towards skeleton plates. Some people do. I'm not too, I guess, harsh on them myself. I know some people are, though. Some people absolutely hate these things. For me, it's more the PCB. I'm always in camp, get a good PCB. Plate shouldn't matter all that much when it comes down to if it's a skeleton plate or not. But anyways, this is the PCB. Very flexible. Very thin. We have some foam, which I don't know if we're going to use. Let me get the rest out of here. Even has this is one of the trays that comes with the case, by the way. It's like an actual tray for this stuff you get. And we have our PCB. Let's see why they said the PCB and plate was $110. There's also a piece of PE film there, which we're not going to use. Oh, maybe because it's Bluetooth or something as well. I forgot this had a battery in it, I believe, or maybe they planned to. I can't remember if it does. I mean, even with it though, $110 for the PCB. I'm unsure why the price point's that high. It's weird because the rest of the keyboard seems like such a, so it's actually decently priced for what it is. But yeah, I don't know why they're charging $110 extra for spare PCBs. I also don't know why you'd want to use this in a wireless configuration, if anything, either. Interesting. It's the size of that chip. Yeah, I was going to say maybe there's something to do with this that I just don't know about because I am not an expert in this stuff. So I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it is hot swap. We got some LEDs everywhere, it seems. As for compatibility, we have not a whole hell of a lot going on here. So we are going to be, looks like, stuck to a 6.25U. We have a little macro column here and a little column over there as well. Interesting layout. But yeah, this is completely fixed. Oh, I didn't even realize this was an LED. because the weight of the wire on the board will break your desk. Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. Let's put this to the side. And then a whole bunch of other little accessories here. I have no idea what these keys are for. Maybe they're for the case. I have no idea what these keys are for. They're just in the box. I don't see any locks on the case anywhere, do I? Oh, maybe those are locks. I don't know. Maybe there's locks on the case there. We have a little Bluetooth dongle. Looks like feet and screws. I'm not quite positive what all this stuff is for. Then we have, I think these are there's glass things that go on the side over here. By the way, I love this particular feature or I guess aspect of the board. I thought this was super pretty. But they have little pieces that get covered for this. Do you have a business email? I do. It's on my website, but it should just be alex@alexotos.com. So cool little glass pieces. Or is there just two bottles or two things of these? They're glass pieces that will eventually sit on top of this so you can still see all the suspension system. Which I thought, when I was originally looking at this board, I said, wow, you know what? I would have never really been one to think of that because I'm just like, oh, you guys have a lot of cool tech in it. But the fact that they're kind of showcasing the tech adds to the, you know, showcasey kind of feel of this particular board. So again, really getting the vibe here that they put a lot of time and effort into it, and I love that. This is such a cool project. How feasible is it to use on a regular basis? We'll continue to build this here and find out, I guess, but super neat. All right, I'm not gonna attempt to put this back in, so I'm just gonna leave this to the side. Is this just another box of glass? Are they just giving you two sets of glass just in case? They are, okay. The glass will keep some dust out too, which is nice. That's a good point too. Seems like they target it to the same demographic of Angry Meow keyboards. Yeah, I guess so. But I have to admit, if you gave me this versus an Angry Meow keyboard, to me this looks more fun to just even visually look at than some of the Angry Meow stuff. Yeah, I'm with Marcia. Like, I feel like this is just cooler. Like, I don't hate Angry Meow stuff, by the way. I actually think some of it's actually pretty cool. But I think a lot of their design philosophy is kind of like edgy or just kind of like playing on trends. This is kind of its own thing, which I appreciate. So, all right, this might be a bit of a longer stream with this board too, just because it kind of looks like this is going to be a bit of a tricky one. Angry Meow, but this is a keyboard legit looks cool. Yeah, again, I don't know if anyone here is even interested in buying this. I really don't. This whole keyboard's going to be interesting from start to finish here because I don't know who's buying this. I feel like an enthusiast who just wants something cool on their desk would probably buy something like this. All right, let me quickly go open that email from the rep to see how to open this board up. I don't know if I've already downloaded this thing like 3 times. Complete the step after installing the keyboard. Remove the back paper from the antenna. Oh, are they not going to show us how to disassemble the board in the instruction manual? I guess not. Instructions all text apparently while I was watching. Yeah, I guess there's nothing here. Well, disassembly got $50. It was 26 hidden screws. So am I going to have to unscrew stuff here for this? Oh, baby. Super massive. I'm waiting on. Let's see. What's on this side of the board? Are there screws on this side I need to worry about? I'm guessing where these feet go. Alex, do you enjoy that vertical mouse? I am still not sure if I like it. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm still on the fence of, I'm not sure. Let's see. Do we have to take off these to get into the board? I can't tell. Let's see. Where's my flashlight here? I play some TFT with this mouse, but like... Oh, there's no screws here. Okay. It's all on the front, right? I had a feeling. I don't think they'd want you to flip over the board. All right. I'm still not sure. I'm not exactly loving it. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'm kind of falling down the mouse rabbit hole right now. For no good reason other than I'm just curious. Unscrew the latches on the side of the inner case. Did poor Clackbait just have to like guess and choose and pick where switches were? Because this was because I asked for a manual on how to install the board, and this is all they sent me. The back of this keyboard's giving Space Mountain. It's actually really cool though. So got some little foam pads for the glass to sit on too. But let's see. I'm guessing we have to probably remove this system first. It was pretty confusing even for him. All right, let's get my screwdriver out. Let's use this one. No, don't follow the mouse rabbit hole. You know what it is? I have one friend who I have one friend who's just so into it right now. He is so deep inside the mouse rabbit hole. And he's told me, wrong bit. He's told me that like he has so many mice that he doesn't even know what to do with. And today he's like, "Can I send you one or two of them?" He's not giving me them. He wants me to try them. And high key, I'm so interested. So interested in trying. Mice are my primary hobby. I'm currently at 45 mice and 50 mouse pads. Well, one of the mice he wants me to try is the Sora V2. He told me that's the mouse that he is completely settled on right now. I'm using a Lamzu, which I'm liking. That's my main. Interesting. You can technically mod mice, yeah. I see, and then there's screws along the side here, but what's a good way to get to those? All right, I like the fact that this piece of aluminum has some tasteful polished chamfers on it as well. That's pretty looking. So let's do a screw count. I think maybe Clackbait already did that, but we'll do one too. We'll see how many screws it takes to disassemble this board. You know what too? Just so we know where everything goes, we'll just put things like this. So I want to also clarify, having a lot of screws on a board doesn't make the board automatically bad. Although it could not lend to the entertainment of the board to actually build, but I guess we'll see. Let's see if it's a fun process. So far all the screws seem pretty accessible, which is good. I'm in love with this board. This is doing something for me. I'm really hoping this sounds good too. Like seriously hoping this sounds really awesome. Because that would make this board just, over the top. Not as magnetic as I was hoping him to be. Oh shit, there's a lot of screws in here, huh? Seems like there's almost 8 screws on this piece alone for this suspension system. I can see the board kind of wanting to come up now, which is good. Wonder, can I just slide it out like that? Oh, nice. All right, so I don't really need to uninstall the other piece there. Wow. Again, I think if you're buying this board, you're probably not going to mind the amount of screws. Is this an entertaining amount of screws? I don't know. Interesting. This is interesting. Got to admit. All right. I also really like this kind of finish, this space kind of finish too. And someone had mentioned this is like the Event Horizon's like older brother, and I high-key agree with that comment. At least all the screws are the same. I will give them that. There's no kind of having to separate your screws here because they're literally all the same. Is this tinker friendly? Absolutely not. This is not something you can tinker with and open it up as easy as you'd probably hope. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But it looks like they did a good job. There's actually like little foam padding around everywhere too. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm pointing at here, but they got little foam padding as pieces, you know, are probably going to touch. So I can appreciate that a lot. I guess I didn't need to disassemble this. So let me screw this back in over here. One sec, guys. Probably seen the top of my head and I apologize. Actually, do you guys want to see one of these? Let's see. Can we take this out? Interesting. And like, you know what's crazy about this? Like the machining on this and even the ano on this is pretty damn good. And again, little foam pads to kind of, wow, even they got that little scoop machining on the inside over here too. This is nice. And they didn't just kind of cheat the system here and not fill in the color underneath that too. Wow. That is actually really cool. I'm guessing this is probably where the batteries would go, but I don't have batteries today, so. Or maybe the batteries are in here. We'll find out. This is super, super cool. All right, so here's the top frame of the case now. Little polycarbonate piece over here. Again, oh, well, there is some, again, is this forgivable on the inside? What is this supposed to be? Oh, the magnets. It looks like glue. They glued the magnets in or something, or however they adhered the magnets inside the case. Bit of a messy job right over here, but I mean, this is a piece you'd never see. I'm not livid about that. Again, you'll never see that, but everywhere else is great. Little piece of glue on the front here, though. Yeah, everything else is good. Now let's see what else we got going on over here. So this is the domes, which I'm going to take off anyways. I don't know if we need to, but I want to take off just to see what's inside here. They're calling this sound domes, as I mentioned earlier. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Is this a proto unit? I want to say this is as close to production as possible. Just so everyone knows too, I'm probably not keeping this. If they end up responding back saying to keep this, I'll probably just give it away to one of you guys. This is too big for my condo. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is I have no space for this. This has been sitting in a box in the front, and as cool as this project is, it's gonna be a display piece, and I don't have room for display pieces. I'm in a small condo, so we'll probably end up giving it away if they let us give it away. You already know my address. Hey Frank, what's up, dude? All right, so these screws are different. So these will move to this side. Bro, the keyboard's too big for my condo. Dude, this is just, I mean, it'd be cool, but like, let's be real here. My desk that I play video games on is probably the same size, like where my keyboard and mouse is. I would say it's about yay big on the desk that I play video games. Time to move to a bigger condo. Should make a YouTube video out of that, you know? Bought a big keyboard, didn't have space, so I had to buy a new condo. Keyboards made me upgrade my condo. Why display not functional? Oh, Schwinn. I have a feeling a lot of people will probably feel the same way.
Joe12101.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you.
To him EP.
So Schwinn, the reason why I say this is, at the moment, not truly functional, is it has like you probably have to use a wrist rest. And not everyone's going to want to use a wrist rest. But this, the front height on this keyboard is like 30, this is not including, this is only to the bottom of the cherry lip. It's like 33 mil, I think we measured. Oh, interesting. So this is a separate piece. Oh, then they just got a piece of foam here. Oh, I might not want to remove this. All these are just kind of laid out on the foam. I don't know how. I don't think I removed this. Actually, no. I think I leave this down here, guys. I don't think I take this off. Because these are not actually adhered to the foam. You can take them off entirely. Here, I'll demonstrate by taking one off. As you guys can see. So, might not be the absolute best in the world to take this out. So maybe you're kind of fixed with whatever's underneath there. I have no idea. I will dono so many subs if you pick that up and sneeze in its direction. Oh my god, dude. Marcia, I'm sorry. I can't do that. Ken, thank you so much for a prime. I appreciate that, man. 11 months of being here. Yeah, and this stays right here, dude. I'm not going to touch this one. I'll put the screws back on. It would have been cool to see what was underneath, but I also don't want to risk it, you know? So, we'll kind of chalk this up to this is probably not completely friendly to take apart. I don't know why they just didn't make this one piece. Maybe there's some options viable for this. Maybe you can just take out these sound domes, but interesting. Jer said, Alex, thank you for helping me out in Discord server with that person being hostile towards me. It really helped me calm down and feel safer. Really appreciate it. One little question. How does one redeem VIP role? Oh, just tag me, Chozo, or Jeff, or someone inside the actually, I don't know if Jeff is here. You can just tag one of us in Discord. Also, dude, that person was just being a jackass, dude. He came in, was asking for help, then you tried to help him, and then he got mad because your help wasn't what he wanted. So, that was totally on him. I don't know what was going on there. Who tagged me? Oh, actually, Jeff, why aren't you mod here, too? I don't know why I haven't done that. Yeah, that guy was just being a jerk, dude. Mod. Scooped bar. Did that work, Jeff? Love people like that, salt of the earth. Dude, I don't know why. The person was just like so angry about the help that he was getting. I don't know, man. If I'm being real with you guys, the last like few weeks of keyboards, I would say the last like 2 to 3 weeks specifically, I have noticed there's been so many trolls and like just very negative human beings. I will say, even myself, I need to do a better job at just trying to ignore that stuff. But guys, just ignore those people. So nice. Not worth
been
it.
a minute since I've been able to pop in. Hope all is well, everyone.
Why did it say been a minute? It's like, it's so proper. It's like, one minute, please. Enlarge, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude, for 6 months. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. It's the Canadian pronunciation, is it? Is it actually? I'm very good at ignoring people. Yeah, the last few weeks have been kind of... Imagine being legitimately upset with someone that tried to help. And they weren't even like, hey, don't help me. They were like cursing and swearing. They're just like, you know, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do type thing. It's like, bro, you literally posted in keyboard help and asked a question. But yeah, jerk, don't even stress, dude. That was an easy choice to ban that person. It was so weird. What weird energy that was. All right, well, I guess it's time to do the PCB. So I'm just gonna put this down here for now. And let's start installing stabs and whatnot now that we've taken this apart. Really cool project though. Like, damn, this is cool. I'm gonna move this off to the side though. Let's move this back into the case for the time being and work on our PCB. Actually, I guess we'll have to do stabs first. Why are the switches in metal pieces? Those are, it's not actually switches, it's sound domes. So they're just like an underlay that goes underneath the switch. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be using some screw and stabs, the Type Plus ones. The hookies, if you wanna call it that. And then I guess for layout, there's only one option, but 1, 2, 3, 4 stabs. Now, I've been using these particular stabs and I've been giving them some feedback since like day 1 of these. Because I've used some of the prototype ones. These stabs are really good. The only flaw that's in it, like I think on my ranking list, I'm gonna probably put these on like number 4 or 5. These would be a little higher, but They're a bit of a pain in the ass to install. Not okay. Well, maybe I'm over dramatizing that, but there's a right and left stabilizer, and you need to know which ones are which to assemble these things properly. So it can be a little bit of a hassle to get these things together. Just blanket on the name. So they're a smidge on the more tricky side to kind of assemble if you don't know what you're doing. Where's my lubricant? I have the lid over here. Oh, literally right in front of me, dude. I'm going crazy. I can't even spell and you expect me to know my right from my left? I don't want to think that hard about it. Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I've assembled a whole bunch of these things now, and ultimately, like, you get the knack for it, but I would still say that kind of takes away maybe some of the joy for someone who's not too well versed with the keyboard. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to do one by one here. Now, if you buy these and you just kind of take one by one out of the box, it's probably a little easier. But not the end of the world. But this will mark my 5th set of these, so I will be going to review them on the website this weekend. Because my rule of thumb is I have to use a stab at least 5 times. JQ. But you know what I don't need to do 5 times to know? How much I love you, bro. JQ, you're the best, dude. I hope you're having a great day. And you're a very kind human being, JQ, and I really appreciate you, and I hope others do in the world as well, my friend. I really do. Hope all is well. What's up, Keep Poppy? How you doing? Just put a little 205. Now, these only need 205, by the way. The stupid stabs were good. Apparently, people have been having issues with them, according to some people, but I personally haven't noticed. Oh, wait, are these technically in the wrong way? I don't know what's going on here. Why can't I put this in? Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, how's your guys' day been while we're doing stabs? Stabs is always our catch-up time. Hope everyone's been having a good one today. I really feel like today was, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people I've talked to today have been having a pretty alright, nothing special kind of day. But I hope it was special for you guys. Other than just trying to keep cool, I guess, because it's so hot here. I've been dying from the weather. Dude, yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. Would you recommend getting different stabs for the Zoom 65? If you're getting the Zoom 65, I think it might already come with those stabs. I think you're good. Those stabs are, like, great. Wuche doesn't make terrible stabs. Like, even their older ones are not terrible, but, like, would I go out of my way to buy the stupid stabs? And I've only used them once, actually, technically twice. Because if you guys didn't know this, those stupid stabs that Wuche's are selling is actually a rebrand from another brand. There's a few brands now I've seen with that exact same stabilizer, like housing, style, color, everything. I don't know who the parent company is for that particular brand. It could just be like an OE, like, you know, something straight from, I don't know, AliExpress or something, and maybe they've bought them, but they're good. I don't know. Other than using them, the 2 times now, I don't have like a huge, how can I word this? I don't have like a huge knowledge about them, but I guess we'll see. I don't know if I'd buy them though. Honestly, clip-in stabs are a very hard sell for me. You want to know why? Because I can still buy cherry clip-ins. Very, very tough sell. Maze stabs. Oh, that's what they are? I haven't done too much research on them. Alex, if I think about this keyboard, I will definitely buy it. Oh, hold on a sec, guys. My fucking foot's tangled in here. I'll just put this on stream on my iPad and start my training model for the project. Dude, go for it, man. Enjoy. You don't have any experience enough to sample size that accounts for standard deviation. Sounds smart that way. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Severe thunder. Yeah, I was going to say, it got really dark and I can hear thunder and rain. This mount system is insane. It is absolutely crazy. Again, to keep it a buck with you guys, I don't know exactly, until we build it, how this is going to sound, feel. I mean, it looks like it's going to be comfortable. But I'm still trying to wrap my head around who this is for. Like, who the audience for this keyboard is for. I will say, though, this is such a cool feat of design and, to some degree, engineering as well. Or maybe to a lot of degree. Pretty damn cool board. That thunderstorm is really sunny. Oh. Hey, you know what, man? Oh, did I put these in backwards? Yeah. I think I put these in the wrong ones. Yes, I did. Probably people with disposable income on keyboards. Yeah, probably. That's probably who it's going to be for, let's be real. I feel like most people who are interested in this want it because of the novelty of the board. Yeah, I can wholeheartedly agree with that. Definitely more of a novelty thing. The build is illegal in automobiles. I think it's a blunt object. For real? Just for Marcia? What is disposable income? Is that a Canadian word? I don't know if it's a Canadian word, to be honest. I don't think the economy is doing super well anywhere right now. Everyone says it's getting better, but I don't know, man. Or I feel like a lot of people are telling me that. I feel like this keyboard is more of a display piece. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm mostly leaning towards right now. I feel like this is going to be a very fun display piece you kind of have around the house, but... God damn, dude. Functional, though. JQ... Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. Also, JQ, I think I saw an email from you. I've been really bad with my emails the last few days. I've been like head down doing switches for like the last 2 days. So I need to get to my emails. So I'll take a look at what you sent probably tonight. Like I said, I've been very head down doing this. Not an urgent email? Okay, sounds good. But yeah, I'll definitely respond. 1.6 PCB is the move. Yeah, if you guys are getting the Zoom, I'm going to be, again, very forthright with this. Don't get the 1.2. Unless you absolutely need it. But I really do feel like the mounting styles will make up for all that bounce you might be losing on just getting a 1.6. Get the 1.6. It'll give you more flexibility of your sound signatures that you use, and you won't sacrifice things like softness of your keyboard. I really think... in the long run, from me to you guys, in most boards, 1.6 is the move. It's very rare that I will say a 1.2 makes sense, unless you're going for a specific build that needs like that extra clearance or something. Again, it's all a preference though, so please keep that in mind, but that is my opinion. I try to look at things through a lens of like, what is the best outcome for longevity? Will I always like 1.2 mil PCBs, or should I go with something more standard that gives me more variation in sound profiles and feel? The Wise Talon is a 1.6? Hell yeah, Just Press. It's a fun looking board though, man. I'm glad you showed me that. Appreciate the insight. Gonna order mine, I think. Hey, hell yeah, dude. It's a good keyboard. I'm not gonna beat around the bush with that. It's good. I think you'll enjoy it. It's gonna be, I think, one of the best keyboards to tinker around with. And I would say, because I ended up trying all the mounting styles off stream, because I think I missed one on stream. 5 out of the 7 are pretty good. And I would say there's 1 out of those 5 that are pretty good that will be like very good. Again, I don't think it's one of those things where it's like a jack of all trades but a master of none. You know what I mean? But I do think you'll like five of those 7 mounting styles at the very most. Or maybe you could like more, who knows? It depends on the board, meme. I think it really depends. I haven't used too many CEM3s. Find that person that got banned in the help section of Discord and sort of fight. Lol. Wait, what happened? I don't know, man. That person... There's been a few people that have just been arguing. Very argumentative. As a reminder to everyone, keyboards and hobbies don't have to be serious. I will also say that when it comes down to... I understand there's some serious aspects. You're spending real money on real things. But remember, there's also real people in the hobby that are doing things with you. So you don't need to get mad at everyone. And maybe I should have moved this first. You know, just everyone needs to chill sometimes. You know, there's lots of awesome people who do reviews on keyboards. If you find yourself not vibing with one, you can always go take a look at more people who do stuff in the hobby, in this space, this lovely, lovely space. And again, if you find a community you end up liking, try to cherish it a little bit, because I'd say honestly, sometimes good communities are hard to come by. Are we talking about the sounds that pieces of plastic make against metal? This is absolutely serious. Yeah, I know. And remember too, guys, these are luxury products. Like, if this was a more serious thing, like we're reviewing medical devices that can actually save your life, like I'd say, yeah, you know, be super serious and critical and anal about things, but it's not. So, actually, one thing to mention that I just remembered now. Since this is a 1.2 mil PCB, I did notice, and just like thinking about it as well, it did not come with shims in the box. I do think, at least I didn't see any shims. No, there's nothing here. I do think if you're ever going to sell a 1.2 mil PCB, it's customary that you ship it out with some shims. I think it's the nicest thing to do. I know a lot of boards just come with them now, but vaccine review. Not even plastic with metal, it's plastic with plastic. I know. It's okay. We can have fun here, and that's it, dude. Just have fun with the things that we're doing. All right. Stabs are assembled. So, let's put this, let's take these out, put this back in the box, and move you off to the side. I'm here to learn. I'm trying to learn too. I'm trying to learn all the time. Life is never-ending learning. You kind of have to accept the lessons sometimes. Again, I think this keyboard could probably benefit from... Actually, you know what doesn't make sense to me? Well, maybe it does make a little bit of sense. I understand the want to put a hot swap board in this, just in case you don't want to take it apart again. I wouldn't say this was overly difficult to take apart. But I would have liked to see, since this does seem to be a more involved keyboard, a more involved PCB, or at least letting us buy one. Again, I'd hate to see the death of just solderable PCBs, but I do think a solderable PCB would have been a great choice here. So I'm not too sure why they skipped out on that. Doesn't even seem to be an option to buy as extras. You can just buy another PCB. Also, yeah, we definitely need shims. Alex is the Bob Ross of keys. Thank you, Just Press. What is this contraption? It's a keyboard in process. Oh my god, dude. Hey, you know what? Can I tell you something that drives me up the walls, that makes me feel like I am just the dumbest person ever? Do you guys know the bags when you go to like grocery stores? Those little plastic bags you put like fruits and veggies in? You get them off the little rolls? Dude, one day I mean, this happens all the time, but one day was extra bad. I cannot separate those stupid fucking bags, dude. It drives me up the walls. I'm gonna get mad about it. I've tried doing that. I've tried doing dry hands, wet hands, everything. I am so bad. I'm sorry, this is a skill issue. Listen, I know, okay? I cannot do it, dude. I am the worst at doing that, and it drives me up the walls. I don't want to lick my cart fingers. Dude, I feel you on that, too. I am so bad. But then I've seen people, like even my mom, for example, like whenever I go grocery shopping with anyone, everyone's just like so flawlessly like, things open, and I'm like, bro, how did you do that? Man can build any keyboard, but can't open bags. I've tried that far ahead. I've tried everything, dude. Skill diff. Ouch. My feelings, they're a little hurt. Alrighty, stab pads are a no-go, but we'll use these. I see these are adhesive too, which is interesting. So maybe we should put these on before we... Oh, I like that actually. The adhesive makes sense on this as a stab pad. I can't... Have I ever used adhesive once? I'm not sure if I have. I wonder how easy they'll still be to put on though. What is this sorcery? Witch? Alex fumbling around with plastic bags? Honestly? Basically. Oh yeah, okay. Well, adhesive stab pads are definitely in for me right now. I'm liking that a lot. Try using clip-ins with those? You know what? There'll probably be a few left over. I'm down to try clip-ins one day with these. Is there like a hockey game or something going on right now? I hear people screaming. Let's see, do I still need to put on the washer in that case? I don't, because this will also act as a washer. I too would also like to know what a crody is. I don't know, it's Toronto slang for something here. I have no idea, dude. Listen, I am not too I'm not too up to date with Toronto slangs, okay? Anyone else getting a 404 on Ashkeeb's website? I haven't checked today, but I don't know. Is it up for everyone else? All right, cool. These work. Let me put these all on then. I'm not hip with the lingo. No, not at all. I think they mentioned it's down for their Discord yesterday. That happened to me once, dude. The most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me doing content creation is when my website basically pooped its pants and didn't work for like 5 days straight. Something auto-updated on it, and I remember that it just stopped. Like I had to go in, I had to call the hosting website. They had to do like this backup thing. Turns out it was, for whatever reason, a plugin just kept on installing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it caused this like loop of just endless installs and broke my website. Their entire hosting system down, it's not just Ashkeeb's. I mean, that's fair. That happens sometimes. Yeah, Platey, that's what... I mean, I'll be honest, Platey. I got a little too secure with my hosting website. And I'm like, they're great. Nothing's happened for years. Then one day it happened. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta gush over this. Normally, I hate installing shims. But okay, dude, I'm sold on these adhesive shims. Hell, I'd buy packs of these if they were sold separately. Does anyone sell adhesive shims? Not that I've seen, right? I'm sold on them. These are nice. Very, very awesome. Those are pretty seamless. They come with the screw-in stabs there. Those are nice. What do shims do? They help bridge the gap between a 1.2 and 1.6 mil set of stabilizers. It's their primary and only function, really. Just meant for thinner stabs or thinner PCBs. Speaking of websites, can I vent on how much I dislike ones that scroll equals one page? I have that set to mine for one feature of it. It's because I liked the way it looked more. But honestly, I don't disagree with you, Forv. I should probably change that on even mine. Whenever you go through like my keyboard listing or like reviews for that, it's back when I only had like 1 or 2 reviews. I should honestly take that criticism and do that to mine as well, make it pages. I don't disagree. It's a terrible way to kind of scroll a website. But it's frustrating. Yeah, no, I get that, dude. That's good feedback. I should do that. You're so cool, Alex. Thank you, Checkmate Panda. I appreciate you. Oops. It's not a hot swap PCB with sockets in the way. Oh, I know. That definitely is frustrating. So I've been rewatching the Han Solo movie because some people told me it's not as bad as I'm remembering, and you're right. It's not as bad as I remembering. It's actually a pretty fun movie. No shims? We have shims. Compared to a lot of the newer stuff, it's alright. Yeah. Solo was I didn't understand why I got so much hate. I still think that, like, I think the plotline was a little bit thin. Like, there was just introductions to characters, and they did like one thing that was just like kind of meh, like their whole heist thing. It was just kind of meh. But if they did something more like grand, I would have been like, yo, really dope. But it didn't feel like super grand in, the larger scheme of things. So I didn't hate Solo. I was just salty they made a movie about him right after they killed him off. I guess I didn't mind. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but the ending of that movie, I would have liked to see some more stuff about the ending. I'm very surprised they didn't do more about that. Everyone thought Solo sucked until Last Jedi dropped. Until the more recent Star Wars shows, yeah. Rogue One is good, yeah. Andor's good too. More Star Wars talk. I've been kind of into it again. I don't know. There's not much else, like, other than the few anime shows I'm watching. Like, there's not a whole hell of a lot I've been watching lately. I feel like I did watch a movie the other day and I thought it was good, but now I don't remember which one it was. Or maybe I just rewatched something. Now I don't remember, though. Who is calling me? And I've got 4 missed calls. Oh. Literally spam. The Boy. Oh, dude, I did watch The Boys. I mean, it's not done yet. This thing was, 3 episodes? Dude. I gotta admit, they nailed it with that show, dude. That show is freaking awesome. Like, there hasn't really been an episode yet. I really don't recall, anyways, that I've been like, yeah, this one didn't make me as happy. I think they've all been super solid. It's a crazy keyboard. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a wild board. Definitely more of a display board. Why am I struggling putting these back in? Ep 4 is wild. Wait, did the newest episode drop today, meme? If so, I have to go watch. That'll be my thing to do tonight, because I don't think I have... I think I just need to, like, chill and watch a movie tonight or something. Oh, shit, dude. Okay, I know what I'm doing then. Hydrating? Let's do it. Loki was good, I have to admit. Out of all the Marvel stuff, Loki was the best one so far. I heard so much about that series. Not sure if it's in my region. The Boys? If you're not If you're kind of squeamish with blood and stuff and gore, I don't think you'll like The Boys. But I thought it's a pretty solid... Like, just the characters are all pretty solid in it. Like, there's a lot of fun stuff with that particular one. Clarkson's Farm. What is that? What's that about? Alright, let's put the plate in. Are we doing foam with this build? I feel like we kind of have to almost make that call now. Foam it? Now, okay, keep in mind we are using Boba U4Ts. We're doing a tactile switch today. I really wanted to do tactiles. I have a whole bunch of tactiles laying around the house, and I was like, you know what, might as well. From Top Gear, tries to start a farm and it fails miserably. Oh, really? Okay, I'll take a look at it. Should we put a little poll up? This board does look like a tactile board. It kind of does, right? The top plate is FR4. This is an FR4 plate. Am I a keyboard maker? Sometimes. Why do you ask? Also, hello, Kev. Heard it's better with no foam. Fuck it, no foam. We'll do no foam, and I mean, worst case scenario, we just swap a few switches out. See how it sounds. I'm a little concerned with how thin this particular PCB is. Or the plate is, because it feels like I'm going to break it as I put in some switches here, but we'll take our time. There's no flex cuts, no. It's just a 1.2 mil PCB. Actually, just so I don't feel like I'm damaging the PCB here. As someone that's clueless on everything, what is the difference between tactile, linear, and silent? I think I understand, of course, and there might be more, but I hear those words everywhere. Okay, so tactile switches is what we're using today. I would say the more popular switches that you'll probably see a lot of, Kev, is going to be linear switches. Tactile switches are basically a switch that as you push them down, you'll kind of feel like a bump. So they have some tactility while you're using them. So you can feel the actuation. Linear switches don't have that bump. They're just going to be a smooth press down. I think those are more popular for a variety of reasons. I mean, they all kind of have different sound signatures as well. And then silent switches, technically you can kind of do silence with a whole bunch of different things. But silent switches are, as you just expect, silent. So, or near silent or quiet. So they don't have as many factors of sound that go into them. And they're usually meant for people who just A, don't want any sound at all, or B, just want a quiet keyboard. Again, the more popular switch these days, Kev, is going to be linears. Linears are 100% kind of what's in and have been in for the last little bit here. It doesn't mean tactiles are bad. I think it's just people prefer the sound signature that comes with linears. I do feel like tactile switches, for the most part, have a deeper overall kind of more imposing sound, while linears can be a little bit lighter or a little bit more bright sounding, you know? Akari, are you in the tactile gang? I don't hate tactiles at all. That's why I offered to use them today. I think they're fun. I hope that helped though, Kev. Thank you. No worries, dude. I really hope it helped. I hope that was enough info for you. Again, if you're not sure what to pick for your first board, Kev, personally, I would say stay safe and just go with linear switches. Tactiles might not be your cup of tea, and I'd hate for you to just not like the hobby because you're not into it. Oh yeah, there's also clicky switches. You might hear that too, Kev. Clicky switches are... They have a click thumb or click bar or some sort of thing inside it that makes it click. Silent tactiles are neat because they have that thuddy kind of sound signature to them. For sure. Also, in case you guys wanted to see this contraption from this angle, here you go. Here's this contraption. Gatoron Melodic Gang Rise Up. Are those tactiles? I actually need to go to the mailroom and grab the Akko V3 Creamy Purple Pros. I just got delivered, speaking of tactile gang. Dude, I have a a sneaking suspicion that we're all going to switch to tactiles in the near future. We're just going to be so bored of linears, we're going to be like, all right, guys, tactile time. Melodics are dope. Are they... Oh, they're clickies. Interesting. Obscure is finally around. Oh, the Alexotos ones? Dude, tell me if you like them, man. I'm hoping you will. Gamers won't agree. Tactile hype needs to come back. We need a good Holy Panda V3 to spur it on. Dude, I thought I had... You know, while I was looking for switches today, by the way, I swear to goodness, I had a batch of Holy Pandas somewhere. But I don't. I don't have a set at all, and I'm really sad about that. I thought I had like a set of 90 put aside for a rainy day. Lo and behold, it is raining. It is a day, and I do not have them. I tried the Gideon Baby Kangaroo V2s, and they had so much leaf ping. Really? The Gideon ones do? Yeah, they could be at my parents' house. Maybe I left them somewhere in like a box or something. TTC Pandas. I don't think I've tried those. Milktooth still has them. Are the new Holy Pandas the same though? Like, I haven't really done research into tactiles in a while. Why did all the switch names get complex? Dude, you know, Kev, let me be honest with you, dude. Oops, wrong button. We're all trying to figure that out as well, man. We're all sitting here every day. We're like, bro, how did we get to the point where we're like creamy milkshake, lime flavored appetizer switches? We're all like, how did we get here, dude? Yeah, we don't know. I don't think anyone here knows, to be honest. Beats me. All switches are pastel colors, and yeah, they're all named after food for whatever reason. They should name them like monitors. Yeah, what monitor do you got? I got the AGP 42 LG Samsung 145. We're all hungry? I guess so. They're running out of edgy single nouns. Thank God I'm eating. Oh, Gateron definitely used darts to decide switch names. They really just have like a random name generator and they're like, all right, guys. Here we go. I mean, it was bound to happen though, so we can tease it, but some spot switches. Spin the wheel. Gateron Unknowns was really stupid and really fun. The Unknowns is kind of neat though. It's a fun name. It's a little bit creative at the very least. By the way, I did lube these switches today, in case anyone was wondering. It's a very thin coat of 205 that I put on just the rails and on the back of the stem. That's it. The switch is called Linear Switch is the best name. I'm not gonna lie, when they sent me those over to take a look at, I was like, bro, what am I even reading right now? What even is that? I was just thinking pee-pee linears and poo-poo tactiles. Oh man, can we get Alex mustache pics on the OF? Dude, I'll be honest, guys. I don't think I got one of those. And listen, I told you guys, the only way I'll do one is if Teja does one. But no one can find Teja, so he's busy doing other things. Your mustache is OF worthy. Teja can't grow a mustache? He can. He shaves every day. Teja is 51. He shaves every day. You guys just don't notice it. He shaves every day. But at his age, he shaves all the time. The new streamer? Yeah. Do you lube the rails and the stem? Just the stem. I never do the housing. 51 years old. Damn, he looks good. Yeah, he's 51. If Soren was here, he'd be correcting me on how old Teja actually is. I don't know what the... I'll be honest, okay, before everyone gets mad at me, I don't know what the joke is now. I think at one point he was like 45, like a year ago. But I don't know if he's like aged up 5 years now. He also has 3 kids. Teja's timeless. I think maybe that's what we should be saying. Got it, 85. Yeah, I don't know what the new joke is, but at one point he was like 46 or something too. I don't know. Aware pushing 40. I don't even know why that was a joke. I still don't quite understand it, but Teja wears size 14 shoes. I miss the Teehee type streams. This is not keyless, is it? No. Teja's 7'5". To be honest, yeah. I met him one time and I just said, "Hi Teja, how you doing?" I was like this. Hey man. And to shake his hand, I had to do one of these, you know? So, I also heard he has a dent on his ceiling from a Bauer. I still can't believe he did that. T types build streams, missed the good old days. Yeah. I guess we all move on from things eventually. Please stop it. Last time Teja streamed, he mutilated spacebar stems because of Topper stabs. Oh, I was watching that live actually. That was something. I'll say that much. It was something indeed. There's a small part of me that gets a bit nostalgic with the hobby. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I feel like, I mean, maybe it's just me and I'm a little bit more, not jaded per se, but I'm more, you know, I know what I like, but I think there was a lot of discovery in the hobby at one point on a personal level, not in terms of like, you know, discovery of like, aha, eureka, like new idea. There's just so many things and you're kind of learning all these cool things. And I think that's like, you know, 50% the fun of finding hobbies. I think nowadays it's just seeing what else is coming out. But I will say, it probably, the discovery aspect of the hobby, I feel like was maybe a bit accelerated for me because of the whole streaming thing. But, dude, it was so much fun. It lasted a while, too. Are you saying you're bored? No, I'm not bored at all. I think I still really enjoy cool projects like this. I think what makes me, if I'm being, you know, very transparent about it, I think what makes me just a smidge bored about things is I feel like this is probably no different for a lot of hobbies and scenes, but I think there's an exciting aspect of like the entry level products, but then there's also this kind of almost what feels like greedy aspect of the entry level products, because some stuff is just so underwhelming, and I you know, it's kind of hidden behind random hype just because it might be $5 less or something, and it doesn't really offer you a better product. And it's like this whole idea of like, toss away what you have now, buy mine instead. It doesn't really make sense for some of this stuff, but I mean, I still appreciate all the accessibility in the hobby, dude. It is crazy. It is such a good thing to have all that accessibility. Guess who just signed their first apartment lease? Seabass. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I think it comes with the hobby growing. Yeah, and again, it's just my own little personal take on that, so just wish that with some of the, I guess, some of the more entry-level products, I'd love to see some better design practice going into some of them, I guess. But even that's subjective, right? Uninventive, they cram a lot of shiny, maybe not super useful features into a board that may or may not have been done before and slap a relatively cheap price tag on them, which is fine. I think that's actually a good thing, right? I think it's when you have 7 other boards kind of copy that and they're all the same price as well, and you know, there's nothing really like, even the shape of the board, they're all kind of the same, and you don't even get that visual difference between a whole lot of them. I think that's when it becomes a little bit boring, is when you have not only just one brand doing it, but like, 7 other brands who saw that and were like, yeah, let's all reach for the money there. It's like, yeah, it's kind of boring. It's like PC Master Race. Everything becomes AI. Oh, yeah, I know. Everything's AI these days. Every single Amazon board has like a knob, bruh. Yeah, I still don't get what's wrong with JSTs. Dude, I've been saying this for a while. I don't know when the switch to ribbon cables happened and why we've just been getting ribbon cables out of our ass. But like, I wish that one didn't exist anymore. Like, I'm so tired of the ribbon cables. Like, I hate installing them. They're not as like, they don't feel as, even the tactility. Hear me out, right? Even the tactility of plugging in just a regular JST connector head into the board feels like more of an accomplishment, and you kind of just have this nice click and it goes together and everything's awesome. With the ribbon cables, you're kind of sitting there, it's finicky, you're never really sure if it's in all the way, and then you clamp it down, you're like, oh, I guess I did this right. There's never a sense of, wow, I did that with, at least for me, maybe it's different for you guys, never a sense of like, wow, I did that with ribbon cables. I don't know, man, maybe it's just me, dude. But I think that's kind of like an aspect of why I also don't like the ribbon cables, on top of them being incredibly finicky. Designers should be forced to reassemble Switch Joy-Cons if they employ ribbon cables on a board. Yeah, dude, honestly, we should be like, yeah, build this 5 times. They're maybe saving $1 from typical group buys from using ribbons instead of JSTs. Is it really just like a cost-saving thing? I've never been worried about I accidentally tore a JST because I needed to unplug it. Oh, are you talking about ribbon cables and stuff, Mercia? Yeah, I always feel like I'm damaging stuff with ribbon cables. I feel more stressed with ribbon cables for sure. Made opening my 2DS a living hell because I tore the camera ribbon cable. Yeah. I feel like EasyMate would have been a great switch from JSTs if they didn't fail in 20 uses. Yes! That would have been a fun little switch, but even that, I feel like that was sort of finicky as well, and still not as like satisfying as plugging in just a regular JST head. So, is it in? I guess we'll find out when the rest of the build is board. Yeah, board is built. Yeah, I agree. The Pogo connectors are great. I don't mind the Pogo connectors, but kind of like what we saw with the Zoom, doesn't really make sense after you get Pogo connectors and then you're still stuck with installing a whole bunch of ribbon cables. All right, I'm rambling on. I apologize, guys. Let me get the case out here. All right, so this just goes like this then. Now, are they wanting us to screw this in, or do we? I'm guessing we have to screw that in. We have a ribbon cable here after us just complaining about it. I know it's only one, I get it, but see what we have to do here. We have to keep this open, and then we have to finesse this cable in. Is it this way or is it that way? Hold on. Oh, it's this way. So they want us to go like this. And I'm assuming this is the right way. Oh no, sorry, like this. Also, this may be an old person in me, but it's a lot easier for me to make a replacement JST than a replacement ribbon. No, I agree with that. I mean, I feel like maybe a lot of people don't think about this too, but like when you have easier to repair products or easier to fix products, the whole idea of the product just becomes a lot more appealing. So like even right now, like the expectation to feed the cable in this way is just weird. Oh, there is batteries in here somewhere. I'm guessing the batteries are underneath. All right, we know we plugged that in correctly then. Now, do I have to screw? I see that there's screw holes there. Do I have to screw that in? I think I do. Interesting. These lights are really bright. 500 keyboards later, Alex still tries. Hey, you know what? Anime, it happens every time. One day I'll learn though. One of these days. I love it. I'm not afraid to admit it. Oh yeah, there's also this antenna thing too. Do I have to screw this in now? Do I even care? Am I gonna even put in the antenna goes on this? Actually, by the way, this is actually a really cool thing I've seen done on one other keyboard. This is an antenna, basically, for the wireless portion. I don't know if I'm going to put it in my keyboard today, but it screws onto this little bit over here. And then you would basically put the antenna on the top like this. You just kind of bring it like this. It's a really cool, neat idea for keyboards that don't necessarily have any windows on the back of it or any sort of, you know, non-frequency blocking parts on the back. It's actually pretty neat, although I don't know if I want to install it or not. Should I? Am I ever going to use this in wireless mode personally? I guess not. You know, I'll install it. Screw it. We'll put it in only because I feel like I'm probably not going to hold on to this board. Nice to make sure it has better coverage. Yeah, it's a very thoughtful thing for sure. All right, that's plugged in. I think the idea is they want us to feed it through the bottom of this thing and then up this way, just so we don't actually block anything. Maybe I should have done this first, but it's okay. See if we can feed it in this way here. And then we can like adhere it right over here. I think that'll be fine. Grind his gears. What happened? What am I doing? What gears are we grinding? And there we go. We got the antenna installed. Again, I've seen this done on one other board, but Tactiles said the same thing. They should have had instructions for this, but for putting on the switches. Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world. That was not very difficult to do, but probably would have been helpful if they had instructions for that. It's all right though. I do think again the instructions on this board are lackluster. I will say this. They really should take the time to put some instruction manual together for this. They really, really need to do that. Almost feels like a must at this point. Oh my God, please. I'm sure they'll have one for production. Yeah, I'm hoping so. It would make sense. Got it so nicely the first time. Almost the same process as building a Geist. The Geist, did it have an instruction manual though? I think it did, right? All right, now again, I'm assuming, making the assumption, because there's no instruction manual for this, that we're putting some sort of fixing screws over here so the plate doesn't do this. So let's figure out which screw we should use for this. Although I think all the screw heads are the same. Yeah, I like that. That was thoughtful that they have the antenna there. So I almost dropped something. Definitely prefer that. Is it this screw? Should we use this guy? No. Should not use that guy. Shouldn't even know if it needs screws. Bye Kai Height. Take care, dude. Is there a necessity for screws? Also, are these just all lying on the dome here, or do we need to use some sort of film on the bottom of this? By the way, Alex, if you had to think of a board in which you like the anode the most, oh, was these screws? I don't think I have a board in which I like the anode the most. there's been good boards with like solid ano. I think maybe a better question for that is, well, not to correct your question. Your question's fine, and I love you for it. But maybe like finishes. I think the more unique finishes that I've seen on boards are like something like this, for example. All that new stuff from Selvin they've been doing with bead coating has been awesome. There are some Cerakote colors that do great. Matrix, in my opinion, has one of the nicest coatings out there too. Oh, look, Cheeseman just said it too. Matrix has one of the nicer coatings, and I appreciate them for that. But I wouldn't say there's anything else that really like comes to mind. All right, these are screwed in now. So interested to see how this is going to sound. And let's start reassembling the board, shall we, guys? Do you like coatings or ano? You know, that's a toughie. I don't know. What do I like more? I think I needed those other screws for this, right? I don't know what I like more. I really don't. What's these screws, or I needed those? Oh gosh. It's the wrong bit. Where's my screwdriver kit? If I end up liking the Alexa I ordered a lot, I may be tempted to send it out to get a British Racing Green ano done. Ooh, that would be really nice, actually. I feel like you would really enjoy that overall process of doing it. Do I have other screws? I feel like I'm missing a set of screws here for something. Let me clean up the desk a little bit here. Oh, I guess not. Thought there was other screws. Is this board coated or anodized? It is anode, and I believe this is some sort of E-coat. So most of the parts are anode, while that big base frame is not. All right. Whoa. So, next we have to put this in here. Oh, this is looking pretty cool already. I'm pretty impressed with this. And how does this go? This goes this way? This reminds me of Voltron. What do you think of a... Really? What do you think of a good board sets apart from the old school high-end ones like F18X? I don't think the F18X would be considered something like old school. I think the F1 is actually more maybe of a classic design, but with a solid, I guess, system inside. But I think what sets apart those types of boards, though, like if you're asking what sets apart maybe the F1 in particular, the real, like the answer I can really give you there. Actually, were we supposed to put the glass? How does the glass work here too? Maybe that's last. Oh, that is last. Those F1s and a lot of those other more fancy high-end keyboards, they're just really good at what they do. So they really play on the fact that they're a simple, timeless design that gets the mounting system right and has really no frills past that. Now, some of the more recent ones that they've been doing hold on one second, just make sure I got all the screws. Oh yeah, I have to screw down this one here too. I took out some of that. The more recent designs from Gion have really been showing us that, like, you know, he's willing to not do, like, there's still some timeless elements, but it's a bit more playful. But yeah, I got to admit, like, Gion boards are classy. They're classy looking boards. And I think it's all preference at the end of the day. Like, let me tell you guys this. There are some people who absolutely, like, love Gray Studios keyboards. Some people go bonkers for Gray Studios, and it's really a matter of preference. Really just a matter of, oh god, that just dropped in. This one particular screw is not as, it's not as magnetic as I was hoping. Also, guys, I need to tell you guys about this. All right, while I put the last... Actually, we'll take a quick little pause here to appreciate the board. Dude, I played a game of Overwatch last night. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. The first match I played, I wasn't doing so hot. And, like, I don't play Overwatch very, you know, often either. But, dude, I boot up this game of Overwatch, and I got this... we got this team that's, like, they're doing pretty decent. But we're just kind of dying immediately, and, like, I don't know, I just wasn't having the best of games. I was playing DPS. I queued for healer and DPS, and I got stuck with DPS. But then they were just calling me names and stuff. Whatever. Move on to the next round. All I did was ask the tank. I said, hey, you're playing Doomfist. I don't think it's working for the initial pushes. Can you please play, or can you play... not Mordekaiser, that's League of Legends. The guy with the hammer, I forget his name. I'm like, can you play that guy? And the guy goes, yeah, sure, Reinhardt, yeah. So he switches, we end up getting the cart, we're pushing it like crazy, we're doing great. Then the guy's like, just going like, wow, Moira, because I was playing Moira. They're like, wow, Moira, like 6-6, doing so good. Wow, Moira, keep on doing what you're doing. You're the easiest character to play. I'm like, what did I do, like, to fucking offend this guy? And he just kept going on, and I was like, hey, like, why are you being an ass? So he made the mistake of talking? Honestly, bro, we're playing ranked, so I just figured I might as well let him know and like, you know, play a different character. We can probably win. Dude, the guy just starts insulting me. Like, every bit that he can, he just insults me playing the game. All I did was ask, hey, can you please switch characters? That's it. It wasn't like you're doing bad, nothing. I just, hey, can you please switch? It would work better, I think. What is it? Dude, fucking I honestly hate playing FPS games. I agree with you, Iced. They're all so fucking toxic, bro. I hate playing FPS games on the internet. It is the worst feeling, dude. Alright, let's put this one here on. That concludes my story. It's kind of common for different roles to be mad at each other in Overwatch. So weird, though. Squad with buddies? We had a few people with us, but it was like, you know, the one or two people that were not on our team. I played it so much back in the day. It's so stressful and toxic now. Everyone complains nonstop. Yeah, I will say every round that we played, there was just someone complaining about how everyone else in the game stinks. And they were doing it publicly. Like, if you want to think that, dude, I can't stop you. But, dude, to just sit there and chat and, like, whine and complain. Also, that Reinhardt ended up throwing the game, too. He just sat in the back complaining because he got asked to switch to Reinhardt. This is why fighting games are good. It's 1v1. You can't point fingers at anyone but yourself. That's big true, honestly. Maybe one day I'll get good enough to play FPS games with Alex. You know, Elk One, I actually wouldn't mind playing, what's it called again? Apex. I feel like I'm ready to play a little bit of Apex. Smaller teams, you know? You don't have to deal with a lot of toxic people. Now the glass. I'm a little nervous for this. So this is glass overlays. It feels like I'm building a computer case. That'll just sit here. That is kind of sharp looking, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's hard to see, obviously it's glass, but... Oh, dude! That reflection makes it perfect! So I'm guessing... Is it just... What screws do I need to use for this? That I'm not sure about. for these screws. Let me see something. Screw on the glass directly. It's these screws. I just don't know. Is it the expectation to use this? Not too tightly? This board is fucking crazy. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna break one of these, and if that happens, it's in the name of science, because these are not going on too nice. Hold on, maybe I'm supposed to flip these or something. Let me go look at the other one. Is there some sort of like... Oh, dude, I'm supposed to flip this. I'm putting this in wrong. Good thing I wasn't going too crazy with this. Oop, almost dropped it there. Supposed to go like that. The thing is gorgeous. There's countersunks on...
Our baby has grown so much, Alexotos.
There's countersunks on these. Kip, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate it, man. Oh, still a little awkward to get in. Is the right side? Yeah. Positioning diff. We still won't do this too tightly. But here to show you guys. Little glass windows on the side. Super neat. We'll wipe it down too. I think I got some fingerprints in them. I wasn't sold in the beginning. I mean, there's a lot of cool aspects about this keyboard. Definitely a lot of cool things. Let's grab a thing here. Just kind of. I'm going to try to be a bit delicate with these, but. That is pretty cool with the glass, though, dude. The way the light hits. Yeah, dude, this is. Let's pick this up. Okay, I can appreciate this. Wow. Oh, still got fingerprints in that one. Hold on, actually. I see fingerprints on the inside of this one here. So I'm just gonna quickly take this off and clean it because it's bothering the crap out of me. This board's gonna be amazing for photos. Oh yeah, I big agree on that. Well, okay, maybe I have to use some sort of cleaner. Actually, I got most of it there. Keyword, most of it. Shame it's 30 mil front height though. You definitely will need to use a wrist rest for this. There's no hiding that fact, guys. You'll need to use a wrist rest. The skelly plate makes it look kind of sick. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I am liking this more and more. The more we use this, the more I like it. No, they didn't send me a wrist rest. They have one though, but they didn't send one. Not that I know of. I didn't see one in the box. I mean, the box is long gone. I threw it away, but nothing's there. Let me triple check. No, there's no wrist rest in here. Nope. All right, keycaps. Keycap time. What do we do here? The winter model looks super cool. I don't know if they've changed some of the aesthetics. I'll show you guys like a once over of the board too once we get the keycaps on it here too. I was thinking Boneyard as well, but what do I have Boneyard on? It's always the question around here. Boneyard could be a cool set for this. Same with Monokai material. You know? Star Wars keycaps. I want to use a GMK set just to give it the best kind of, you know, standardized look at the keyboard here. This keyboard has Death Star vibes. I mean, it definitely does here. Should get the other. A little bit of a angle here. Super neat. Okay, let me see what I got. Let me see what I want to use. like Boneyard's a good pick, but I just don't know what I have it on. Boneyard. What do I got Boneyard on? Boneyard. Nope, not on that. Oh. I know what I have Boneyard on. My Event Horizon. Damn, we're gonna be moving keycaps from the Event Horizon to this guy. Alright. Wob would always look good too. It would. We need Star Wars. The only set I can really offer you guys to try would be Mandalorian on this. Should I do Mandalorian? Here, we'll do a poll. That's a great idea. We'll poll it, and I'm going to turn off the points because that's unfair, I think. Keycaps, Mando versus Boneyard, are we doing? 2-minute poll. No, more Noir. I used Noir the other day, Marcia. I feel like we've been. I think I used Noir twice in the last like few weeks. Damn, Mandalorian might win. Damn, it is really close. Okay, while you guys vote, I'm just gonna go take a peek and figure out where I put the Mandalorian set. I know I used that recently too, but I just don't remember where I put it on. That was on what board? Mandalorian set. It's a cool suggestion. Come on, chat. Hey, it's up to you guys. You guys pick whatever you guys want. We'll make it work either way. I just need to figure out which board Mandalorian was even on. Someone suggested it recently, but I just don't remember what. Oh, I think I. Wait, was it? Oh, let me go see. Probably in the front. Actually, it was on my table. One second. What's winning, guys? What's winning? Oh my god, Boneyard won? Alright, we'll use Boneyard for now. Damn, that was to the last minute there. I saw the votes jump up like 4 last minute. That is funny. Alright, let's put some keycaps on this thing. If this sounds good, what's the consensus here? Even I'm a little confused if this ends up sounding good. Like, what do we do? Oh, that's a loud siren. Hope everything's okay. If this sounds bad, I'm going to be disappointed. You know, that's a good way of thinking, too. If it's the opposite, I might be a little disappointed, too. Oh, dude, you guys should see it from the side here. Hold on. No, it's outside my window. You guys get all the ambiance of living downtown because of the way the mic picks up all the sound. Sorry if I asked this, but how is the plate mounted to the case? So the plate is screwed here and here to the bottom of the case. But the case is mounted on these... What do I call it? What was it called again? The Oh my god, what did they call this mounting system? It was on the website. Hold on, the Lucas mounting system. Yeah, the Lucas one. The Lucas mounting system. Suspensions, yeah. So it's a fixed kind of configuration here in the center that's sitting comfortably on magnets and with 2 magnets they said, and then the 6 little mounting points on the side here. Like I said, and to sum it up while we're putting the keycaps on, this is truly something unique when it comes down to how this keyboard is built. This is, but I mean, I have not seen anything like this in the hobby. This is truly one of a kind in that sense, and I hope this group buy ends up doing well. Now, with that being said, to be realistic, guys, this might be a tough sell, only because this is gigantic, first of all, and second of all, you have to really, I guess, like the, I don't know, it's not even that flexy when you really do it, but I guess we'll see, but you have to like this high front height. I don't foresee a lot of people liking this high front height. You have to want to use a wrist rest as well. It's a very novel idea, though. This is so cool. If they had somehow made this a bit smaller, but a lot of interesting things that are going into this. The design of this is awesome. It has like a little magnetic badge here if you guys want to take out and play with this too. It's also angled. So it truly is a statement board of some sort, yeah. It's simple to account for the insane front height by buying a CNC mill and mill at your desk for a keyboard-sized pocket. That's some good thinking. This keyboard has a built-in fidget spinner. Yeah, I guess you can just kind of... I get it. And then some other fun tidbits of information on this. Again, the mounting system is incredibly unique. The design, the overall design is just absolutely out of this world fantastic in my opinion. Like, I think this is so cool. A lot of different elements going into this. We got some glass panels on the side that show off these really cool... I mean, even the chamfers that are polished are actually done very tastefully in this keyboard. It's not like too much in your face. It's done on the parts that you want to show off, opposed to around, you know, the edges of the board, which is nice. They do try to compensate a little bit here with the cherry lip, but it doesn't really help too much. The back of this keyboard's really cool too. The finishes of the keyboard, like I said, even the E-coat here on the back too is super neat. And overall, cool board. It's a cool looking flex though. Yeah, it definitely is. Dude, people are doing stuff outside. Besides the Kohaku, we need more keyboards that incorporate Gorilla Glass. Yeah, glass is really cool too. I mean, there's a glass keyboard, but to have some like extra accents of it is pretty neat. I will admit. The 5D rides at an amusement park? Yeah. I'm really impressed with this. I don't know if it's shown, but I was about to ask about a keycap and I got banned off the cord. What the fuck? Were you... Wait, what? How did you ask the question? Were you being rude to someone? Or was it a mistake that we banned you? Well kicked? What happened? I'm not too sure. We need F keys for this as well. So 4, 8. I feel like if you want a big flex, you don't want the whole case flexing. You want the plate to flex within the case. I feel like this is a happy compromise. There's like a little piece of glue on here when I opened the box. And there we go. I got it off now. I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty happy compromise for everything. I think this is as much as I'd want the board to flex. Oh, I need this particular thing here. That thing is moving too much. I'm not going to click the spacebar yet. I want this to be a surprise for even me. I asked if someone can tell me of OEM sets I could get for my OG Wormhole 80. Hold on. Were you that person who just like freaked out on someone for them trying to answer your question? Were you that guy? No? Okay, then I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I'm not too sure the usernames of stuff, guys. I don't even remember really what happened with that particular situation, but very sudge, a little sudge. Try joining again and then asking the question and see what happens, I guess. But if you were kicked, you were probably kicked for a reason. Yeah, but please behave. We don't really kick people for no reason at all on the server. Unless you've consistently broke rules or have just been rude. We have a zero kind of... We're not here to parent people on the Discord either. So if you're just being rude, we just kick. Oh, then you were probably banned. I think you were the person being rude then. Someone tried to answer your question and you got like mouthy with them. Check your mods. It's okay, dude. I don't need to check anybody. I really don't. He got banned. I think it's the same guy. Alright. What should I put here? Artisans? I have 10. Probably, I think it was. 100%? Yeah, I've only banned one person in the last like week, so. I think we're gonna put artisans on this. I do wish I knew how to turn off the LEDs. Let's see if that was at least in the thing they sent us here.
Hey Alexaman, hope you're having fun with this keyboard.
None. Thank you so much for the 19 months, dude. I'm having a lot of fun. This is such a cool, interesting project. I'm super glad they sent this over. Like I said, if they end up letting us keep this thing, I will eventually just end up giving this away. So this is not something that I don't think I'm going to keep. But if they do, I pinky swear we're going to give it to someone who deserves it. However, I don't know function L, but what is function? Which key is supposed to be function here? You know, I think they give us a VIA file for this, so let me double check. They did not send us a VIA file, but maybe it's VIA compatible. Let's plug it in. Spacebar is function. Damn, where is the USB-C cable on this? Oh, hot damn, that is all the way back here. That is kind of cool. Try all the mods? No, I think this is supposed to be function actually, but let's see, is it via, with this particular, they sent me a bin file, but I don't feel like flashing it right now. No, it's not loading up in VIA. I need a JSON file of some sort, or maybe to flash that latest bin, but it did say that this is the function button, and then if I follow the instructions, it says function L to turn off the lights. There we go. Oh, that's actually neat. So they actually have it set so you can do function G, which is gamer mode, which turns off the Windows keys. Okay. Function down and up their brightness. Function home to enter sleep mode for the batteries. Interesting. Wait, someone's redeemed a compliment? Rufus. You know what's also always interesting? You, Rufus. And I hope you're having a great day today. And if no one's told you at all in the last little bit, dude, if someone has, then you know what? I'm just adding on top of it. You're a wonderful human being, and I appreciate you, dude. All right? I hope the rest of the week goes great. And this is your year, bro. You're going to do this, all right? This is your year, dude. Whatever you set out to do, you're going to get it. I live my life in gamer mode. Love you, though, Rufus. Appreciate you, man. It was for Jur? Doesn't matter. You know what, Jur? I'll give you one, too, man. Let me tell you this, Jur. All right? Let me think of a good one now. Hold on. I'm a little exhausted. I'm out of good compliments right now, but let me think of a great one. But give me you have to give me a moment here, guys. Let me come back to this. Let me swing back to this, dude. I'm sorry I messed up. It's okay, dude. Let me swing back to this in a second here. All right. Now that I turned off the light, because I didn't like the backlight on it. His global cooldown for compliments? Yeah, I'm on GCD right now, bro. Let the cooldown timer come out. All right, what do I want to use for artisans? Is there a timeout when compliments are redeemed? Yeah, it's like a 5-minute cooldown timer. It's so people don't redeem them in like 4 times in a row, and I can actually think of something to say. Well, I have a good idea. Ooh, actually, I have a great idea for artisans. This one, and do I do like an orange? Yeah, you know what? Budget, dude. Okay,
you know, at least this keyboard doesn't have that attachment system where it clutches onto a spherical object, meaning I can't make jokes about clutching spherical objects.
Can't make jokes about clutching spherical objects. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 100 bits, Don. I appreciate you, dude. How about this? That's a good pick, right? And then I'm thinking this. And then which orange one would I pick? I kind of feel like a little pop of color goes well on this. I'm thinking the archetype one. Or do I do the Canadian one? Right? Ooh, that looks pretty sweet. So nice.
Hi, I love you.
Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate you, dude. Ooh, okay, let's unplug it for a second. Well, not that I need to plug it in, it's Bluetooth. So, we got a shit ton of features in this thing. We got Bluetooth, we have a suspension system, it's a hot swap PCB, albeit a very limited hot swap PCB. Would love to see that changed. We only have one plate that I know of for this entire project. This is how the side profile looks. Jeez, that is chunky, dude. That is... Look at that bounce too. Can you guys? So that's how much this particular thing works. Where are you going, you stupid cable? All right, flip it to the back. We do have a pretty recessed port, and they thoughtfully allowed it so you don't actually have to worry about the cable screwing up there at all, which is interesting. So they're giving you a big old port there.
I love my big whoa, I mean keyboards. Smile.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate you, dude. Damn, this is so neat, dude. And then they do have a big space underneath the keyboard. Obviously, this is going to let the keyboard go down over here. Interesting. Kind of stands in its own. Weigh it? I think someone said 8 kilograms, right? I don't know where my scale is right now, but let's do that later. Very, very, very cool. Very much a project that I am not sure what I'm thinking about it yet. 9 pounds? Oh, 9 pounds. I almost said 8 kilos. A little difficult to plug in. Kind of have to reach around the board like that. No, I have not yet typed on this. All right, I don't have a wrist rest like on hand right now. And the desk pad barely fits this. I don't really have a desk pad ready to go at the moment either, but let's see what this sounds like. Can you opt to not mount the proper, like, no, you only have one option. There's no options for building this. It's a one-time thing. Like, you get one option for all this stuff. There's no multiple mounting systems or anything like that. But we are using Boba U4Ts. We're using no foam. Very cool. I'm just so, like, infatuated with this board. It's an FR4 plate. And I guess the one thing you can do is probably take out those sound domes, but I'm leaving them in today. Hold on a second. If this sounds good, I'm going to be... I like this spacebar. I think the spacebar is not terrible on this. I think it suits it. We can try to change it to a different switch. I actually don't mind the spacebar, guys. I know what we are expecting, but this is a tactile switch also. I like this. Oh, you know what? Let me just unplug it. I don't think I need it plugged in. Okay, you guys seem to hate the spacebar. That's fine. I actually don't mind it. Let's swap out to something else. Let's put a curry switch inside. I'm thinking something deeper would probably work better for this. So let's see what we can do. It's hot swap, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. I have a feeling it's just a Boba U4T. You know, let's try a milky yellow to start. See what that sounds like. I'm a little nervous to push this in, but we'll make it work. Despite this being hot swap, this is a little awkward to put in the PCB, Alex. Yeah, I know, that flexes. Yeah, I need to figure out a good way to support this as we push this in. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Too much suspension? Well, plus the plate's too flexy, so. All right, let's just try a different switch to start. Let's try something else. Well, I mean, that's going to be definitely problematic as well for some people who want to do switch out switches. It might not be big of an issue with the foam inside, but let's try this switch puller.
I swear I thought you would pull out the switch that has a clear top that's commonly called within the Alexotos community as the pocket Nixie.
I swear you thought you pulled that switch that has a clear top that commonly... Oh, I know. The pocket Nixie? It's right here, babies. Right here. Let's try putting this one here in first. Nope. Definitely needs something in here to kind of hold it in place. Although, this is actually tougher than I thought it would be. Alright, so that seems to be a bit of a flaw with this. If you decide to go the no foam route, putting in a new switch if you want to swap it out, definitely proving pretty difficult. Well, and that has to do primarily, not so much with the FR04 plate, but making it a skeleton plate, so to speak. This board sure is interesting. Yeah, actually I have this twist tie, so let me see if I can do this. Actually, that won't work. What am I thinking? What can I use in here? Do I have any sort of like hook? Oh, you know what? Let me check my supply here. Was putting no foam a mistake? I don't think it was a mistake. I just think this is a bit of an oversight. Let's see. Do I have a hooked pair of tweezers anywhere? Actually, this might work. I know it's a Rama puller, but there's a reason I don't use it, guys, all right? There's a reason why I don't use the Rama puller. Pretend it's not a Rama puller, and we're all good. That worked. All right. Even with this switch, which I know these switches normally sound pretty good for space bars, it's a little glassy sounding. It's a little dull. I don't hate it though. For what this is, this could be worse. I don't know what we could do to really fix this. There wasn't really, obviously, much room under this. Actually, you liked it better now, guys? It's weird. I liked it before, and I don't like this one. Funny how our preferences are all different like that, huh? Let's try a long pull switch in this as well. I like the Boba better. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you guys. Well, for the people that like the Boba better. I also like the Boba better. Oh. Obscura. Oh, the Obscura is not too bad. Interesting board. I need to tune that stab just a smidge, but do I have any Cupid switches on hand? I don't think I do at the moment. No desk pad. I don't know if this will make much of a difference going from no desk pad, because it's suspended, right? There's no difference at all to me. It does kind of sound like a PBT spacebar, but let me try a PBT spacebar. I think that would be interesting to give a go. Maybe PBT will make it really deep. Let's see. Maybe this is a PBT board. XMI. Give this a better, good PBT set here. Oh. Eesh. I don't like this personally. Maybe you guys like this. Not a big fan of the PBT. It's very glassy, yeah. I agree with that. I like the ABS better. All right, well. You know, for what it's worth, guys, I am very impressed by the sound profile that they got it to sound like this. I think if they went with a more traditional internal, it probably could have sounded like some of the other boards we're very much used to. But I appreciate the difference of stuff here. I think it makes sense with what they were trying to do, because they kind of have to have this fixed thing in the center over here. What about the typing feel? It's soft. I mean, you guys can probably see even just with normal keystrokes. And it's not overly, like, it's more of a bounce rather than a plate, like, individual key softness type thing. Maybe the word flex is what I'm looking for. There's not a lot of flex. It's definitely a very comfortable bounce that's non-fatiguing, because you can see that it's absorbing the impact almost right away from like any key press. So do you think this or the Mode Envoy on Lattice sounds so? Oh, the Lattice is softer for sure. The Lattice is just literally resting on some pieces of, for lack of a better word, I don't know what to call it, plastic basically, right? Those little 3D printed things. This is kind of on its suspension system, which is doing something completely different. This one fell short with the sound, honestly. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is exactly my cup of tea sound profile-wise, but it's not exactly the worst sound profile I've ever heard in a keyboard. And I think if you end up sticking a whole bunch of foam in this could sound really great foam-wise. But it was cool to see this with no foam. I still don't mind this, though, guys. It's not a terrible sounding board. I'm a big fan of the sound, to be honest. Yeah, I think this one here is going to be very much left to preference. Obviously, this is a more preference-oriented kind of thing. Now, I want to start doing this more with keyboards and like what we can compare this to and what you can spend your money on. But what do you compare this to? What do we even say is like the alternative for something like this? I don't think there is anything. It's a showpiece. Yeah, it's a showpiece for sure. You got these really cool, mounting systems just being shown off. It is such a unique board. I applaud the people who designed it. This is so pretty. It sounds not bad too. Again, it's not terrible to listen to. Let me go with the, what is it called? The scale. Ultimately, I don't know what to compare this to. I don't think you can compare this to literally anything that I know of in the hobby right now. So they kind of have this particular corner of suspension-mounted keyboards, kind of Owl Labs. I don't think there's anything at Owl Labs that really even comes close to this. Like, which one are we talking about from Owl Labs? I don't really know if there's an Owl Labs board that even... Like, what do you compare this to for Owl Labs? I don't even know. Oh, we can do the Nixie as well. The bounce from the Bento? Which one's the Bento? Well, let me get the scale. I think I brought that to the front, but let me double check. Where did I put my scale? Oh, literally right over here. With all my shipping stuff. That makes sense. Oh, Vento. Have I even built the Vento? I don't think I have. All right. Fully built, what do you guys think? What's the guess here? You guys want pounds? Okay, we'll do pounds. All right. That's a good way to measure this, though. You know what I'll do? I'll do like this. £8 pounds, what, 13 ounces? About a, just to say about 8 pounds. God, this is heavy. Almost 9. That's a chonker. It is indeed. Cool. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't think this is going to be the everyday purchase for this, you know?
Imagine proposing to your girlfriend with a ring made out of the whole lot of aluminium from the mode screwdrivers they sent you.
I could literally melt those down, Don. That is a great idea, dude. I don't think this is going to be the everyday purchase for this. By the way, Don, thank you for the 100 bits. This is 100%. No one's buying this because it's going to be, you know, the best sounding keyboard. Or maybe people are. I could be wrong. But I think the majority of us, I would like to speak on everyone's behalf here, but, you know, you guys can tell me to shut up. I think the majority of us would probably buy this because it's an awesome looking keyboard. It probably is going to be a very fun overall build. I don't like the Nixie already. I'm going back to the Obscura. Yeah, I just think this is going to be someone's purchase that they're going to make, and they're going to have fun building it. They're going to put it together. I don't foresee, maybe if you put a wrist rest on it, maybe. I don't foresee this being like an everyday use kind of keyboard. Oh, wrong way. This will be for someone who's doing, just wants to have a little bit of fun, you know, conversation starter. Do I have a blue topaz? You kind of have to use a wrist rest. This is super uncomfortable for me. Yeah, like I said, showcase keyboard, you put it on the desk, people talk to you about it, you go, dude, this thing has, you know, suspension mounts to it. Overall, though, if you're talking from a usability standpoint, if we're actually sitting here, you know, going to criticize that bit, you definitely need the wrist rest. Dude, I only measured up to this, by the way, not even up to this, and this was about 33 mil or whatever we said. This was 30 plus. And you guys know my rule of thumb, about 20 to 22 is my breaking point. And my comfortable point is 18 mil. So, yeah. It's expensive. Or not expensive, it's high rather. But the board's not actually crazy expensive. It's about 550. It technically is pricey, but you know, it's not crazy pricey for what you're getting here. Tell ClickClack to bring back the Arc 60. That would be nice. That would be nice. Overall though, what do you guys think? What is your opinions on this? This is a hard recommend for the everyday typist, but an easy recommend for anyone who wants something to build on the desk and have a fun time with a keyboard, I guess. The aesthetics are cool. AF, Edward Scissorhands Keyb. Okay. Same as yours? Yeah, I think we did a good job of summing it up. I think it's a beautiful board, and I can definitely appreciate the craftsmanship, but I don't think I'm the audience to purchase it. And I think finding that audience, this board finding it, I hope it finds it. I want to see this project do well, because it is so unique. This is so cool. If I wanted an art piece, I would choose a Geist over this. Really? Personally, I think the Geist is more usable. But I think this, from like a technical standpoint, is a lot more fun. But again, all personal preference here. Geists are also like $2,000, yeah. Different type of style too. This is a little bit more out there with its styling. Different enough to stand out, though the sound and use case is a far reach for most. Yeah, exactly. I like this more than the Geist. I kind of also like this more than the Geist. Geist is definitely more elegant, and if I had to pick one to use between this and the Geist, I'd probably go with the Geist. But in terms of visuals, I understand why I'd like the Geist in the long run, but this is such a cool, this is so unique in its own manner that I think I would probably end up picking this. Like, it's just so much more unique. I don't remember how tall it is. I didn't get the type. I only built one for a client technically, but I never got to use it much, so I don't remember. Don't forget to check out my video. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll check it out if this is done. You can even DM me, and just to remind me too. There's just nothing that really can compare to this board right now. No, and maybe for comparison's sake, guys, if you're looking to spend $500 on a keyboard and you want it to be, truly functional and sound great, obviously don't pick this. And again, unless from watching this video today, you're like, damn, this is exactly what I need. But you can get a lot for $500 in this hobby. There is so many kits you can pick up. Some in stock, some going to be in group buy, maybe some even aftermarket. I just think that there's $550 is a lot to play around with today's kit availability. So, yeah, I have to say this again. Props to them for doing something different. Love what this ended up turning out to be. Even the build experience, a little awkward because we didn't have instructions, but ultimately not difficult at all. Yeah, it's fun. I'd probably go with the Encore, to be honest. Yeah, you can pick up a mode keyboard if you can pick up something else that, will probably be a more long-term purchase. But again, this is probably going to fit in the category of showcase on a display, on a shelf type thing. So, artisanal piece? Yeah. I'm glad we're all kind of on the same page. I was also very confused before starting the stream about even, like, where does this fit in? Like, what's the category here? So, again, I think some people are going to end up buying this and probably use it for the rest of their life, too. I think it's a double-edged sword with this, and there's probably going to be a lot of varying opinions. But, I don't know. Is anyone here actually planning on buying one of these? I'm so curious. So curious. Make sure what you're displaying it on is sturdy. Not the heaviest keyboard I've seen, but yeah, I definitely want to make sure it's sturdy shelf or something. That's for sure. Also, thank you guys all so much for subs tonight and bits. I really do appreciate it, guys. You guys are so kind. I want to reiterate that you guys make this hobby so much fun. Community is such an important aspect, and I mean, hell, I wouldn't be in this position I am now if it wasn't for all of you guys here too. So I really appreciate all of you guys. I was during the initial IC, but the front height and sound is a pass for me. Totally fair. I might buy one. Can you show the carrying case again? Yeah, for sure.
Another one.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Magu. Appreciate you, man. Born Angry, also thank you so much for the Prime too. I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. This is the little case
goat.
here. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Well, it's backwards right now, but I think this is where the keys are supposed to go. I think this actually has like a locking mechanism on it. Let me see if I can show you guys. I think that's where the key is supposed to be, but I don't know. Not that I have a will to want to lock up my keyboard in here, but it's neat. God, a lot of sirens outside. Big Pelican case, yeah. Do you play Minecraft? I am one of those people that plays Minecraft. I play for like a day and then I get super bored after like 2 days and then I just stop playing. It doesn't really do much for me anymore. Fire truck time, they're coming for you. Yeah, it's just Minecraft's not one of those games that keeps my attention very long. If you had a server, would you play it? I think it'd be the same thing. I probably would log in for a day or two and then... Dude, he did not get the compliment. You know what I would never, ever want to log away from? Is Jur. And I hope you appreciate you. I hope everyone knows that we appreciate you, Jur. All right? Jur, you are a fantastic community member here and more importantly, an awesome person. Appreciate you, dude. All right? Time for bed. Awesome stream and fun build. Yeah, it was a really fun build. I hope you guys really enjoyed the stream, by the way. Hope it was educational as well to some degree, but thanks for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. Just thanks for being awesome people. Let's go find someone to raid. Let's use the new keyboard to send us off here. Thanks for the fun streams. Thank you guys for enjoying it. All right. Let's see who we can go raid. Let's see. We can read Nai. She is building the compact ergo. Let's go raid Nai. I'm gonna go download. Well, I think I have to redo the download probably, but oh, what the hell? Oh my god, I don't think I can read. My message system is broken. Let me do it in the actual Twitch thing. Where is it here? Let's go to my page. Arrows are nice. I mean, like I said, it does have some nice sound profile to it. I guess I can just do this. There we go. Works here. My thing on OBS is broken, I guess. I don't know. Get ready for volume difference? Yes. Get ready for volume difference. Some little quick news before we send off, though. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. We'll be doing the QB Part 2. We'll see what improvements the QB has brought to us now after a whole bunch of improvements I've been promised. We'll see. It was kind of a messy build the first time we did it with a lot that needed to be worked on, but it was supposed to be like an early prototype. I guess we'll see. It did come in, yeah. And then some other little notes. I'll have the stabilizer ranking guide updated this weekend, and I have a whole bunch of other stuff I need to show you guys for next week too. So, gonna be a busy one. And then I'll check that out right now, dude. See you guys. Love you, and I hope you have a great rest of your nights. Remember to hydrate while you guys are playing Elden Ring, please. Probably not even here, already playing, but see you guys. Bye.